Okay, so when you open your course for Adobe Illustrator, it should look like this. You have little arrows pointing you to where the content is located, where your grades tab is located, which is the best tab ever. We'll definitely talk about that. My contact information, just FYI, I have this phone number here that you can call or text. I would text it first before you call it, just so that like I know you're not like a robot or something. But also, if you text that number like during the week and you don't hear a response from me, there's something wrong. All right. So just FYI, if you don't get a response from me during the school week, then you might want to either try to call or send an email. So that happened last year. Not sure what it was, but in March or so, I did an update and like 50 text messages from students came in that were from trimester 1, which was terrible. So please don't for 1 second think that I'm out here like ignoring you or not trying to help. Just had to say that one. Okay. Down here, your class announcements. This is a really important section for this course because that's where I'm going to put everything from class. So the recording from like today, the class notes from today, anything extra that I want you to know about, it's all going to be here. So this is a great place to start. And I'll link it to, everything. So if we go under content, we have our course materials, syllabus, my contact information, again, your recordings, as well as that grading and assignment points section that I was mentioning earlier. So you have your little scale there, and you can also see every single thing that you are going to do in this course. Okay, so I have this little section that says start here checklist. And what's going on in here is you have a PlayPosit that is going to walk you through how to download your Adobe apps. Some of you might have a program running on your laptop now called Intune, which means you're going to be downloading things a little bit differently. You will know if you have that, and if you have questions, please come to me and let's explore that together, because I don't have it, so I don't know what it looks like yet, but that's going to be on those newer laptops. All right, but otherwise it should look exactly the way that it does. You have to wait to download them. I'm very interested in this new laptop stuff. So like I said, I haven't seen it yet, so I'm excited. But anyhow, so the PlayPosit will walk you through how to download Adobe Illustrator, as well as how to enable pop-ups, disable pop-up blockers, however you want to say that, so that you can access your Cengage textbook. Now, just to back it up, because I like to do things in a variety of ways, but just to back it up, I also put this checklist in here for downloading your software, disabling those pop-up blockers, where to buy a mouse. You're going to need a mouse. Let me say it 5 more times. You're going to need a mouse. You're going to need a mouse. You're going to need a mouse. How many was that? You're going to need a mouse. Trying to draw an Illustrator with like a little whatever trackpad thing on a laptop, you're going to hate life. Don't do it. Don't try. Just get one of these. If you need assistance getting one of these, contact me. I'll make sure you get one. But there's a link for one right there. It's got a cord. It just plugs into your computer. Pretty simple. I think it's like $6. And then also getting to know Illustrator. Adobe offers really, really great startup tutorials. You can actually use these inside of your Adobe app as well. So they offer all kinds of things. So check that out. But anyhow, As you go through and complete this, just use little check marks and that will mark you as finished. Okay, so any questions so far? So some people in the past have used tablets, and that's completely up to you. If you like to draw with the tablet, that's fine. And when I'm saying tablet, I mean like the Wacom tablets that attach to your computer, not like an iPad or a whatever this thing, Google Chrome type of tablet. Those will not run. They either will not run Illustrator or they won't run the full version of Illustrator. So you definitely need a computer. If you don't have one, let me know and we can get the school to send you one. All right, any questions? Okay, so this next section here, this is your textbook. I am not able to rename it. I'm not able to move it. I'm not able to really do anything with this link because it will break it. But it is this. It is the course code that says Adobe Illustrator with exam prep. I know it's a really long name. It should just say textbook, but it doesn't. Anyhow, once you have disabled those pop-up blockers, you will be able to click on this link and a pop-up will happen. It'll be your textbook. And it takes a long time. Okay, so once your textbook, or once you press that link, you should see a screen that looks almost exactly like this. If you come to a screen that asks you for login information, you need to disable pop-up blockers, okay? The only way you get a screen that says, I need login information is if the pop-up was not allowed. All right, there is no login information for Cengage. Does everybody get that? Give me a green check if you understand. There is no login for Cengage. It's a pop-up. There is no login for Cengage. All of you that are asleep, that I'm talking to via osmosis, there is no login for Cengage. It pops up. Just let it pop up. Okay. So once that's handled and you open the textbook, it looks like this. And you just use these little down arrows to navigate through. So for instance, this is chapter 1, and you'll go through these pages. I hope so. I hope. I hope they wake up and they go, there's no login for Cengage. What does that mean? Maybe that'll happen. Okay. So your textbook looks like this, and it's actually pretty cool. I hate to say that because it's like so not, but it's got some interesting features in it. So for instance, if you want to visit a particular section, you can do that from here. You can use read aloud tools. You can make the font bigger. You can print the pages. You can save the pages. You can highlight, things like that. So it's going to show you lots of pictures and where things are located. And then you'll come to sections that look like this, where you'll start to see steps. And these are your assignments. And I'll give you files that you'll download for these. But this is just what it looks like. One thing I do want to note here is that there are going to be places where you see this little like arrow thing, and it'll highlight a place where there's a note. This is a note that I have put in here for you about something that I think might be confusing. So make sure when you see those little highlighted spots that you read those. Okay. So let's go back to the course. So that's Cengage. All right. And then when you get into your assignments, they look like this. So we do have a pre-assessment. I'll talk about that in a moment. Okay, so you open up your little sections in here, and it'll show you not a lot of reading information because our reading information is going to be in that Cengage textbook, but it shows you your assignments that are due, right? Not a lot you're getting from right here. You actually have to open them up. And then once you open them up, it's gonna be a lot. But it really isn't. Just start in small steps. Start in small steps. Oh, did you want me to use Comic Sans? Was that your goal? So as a dyslexic person, I can tell you reading Comic Sans is better. I just can't. Yeah, I'm a dyslexic person, but I'm also a designer. You know, it's a type of font, but it's really legible if you have a problem. Like if you have a thing where when you're reading, words tend to move. Yeah, but it's not especially stylish. Okay. Back to here. Your instructions will be download this file, right? And then it says complete the exercises as you go through the Cengage textbook, the one I just showed you. For this assignment, you will not be using individual files for the Cengage exercises. They are marked as they pertain to the lesson. So when you get your file and you're going through here, it might say something like open A1-1, blah, blah, blah. And you're going to go, where is that? Well, I put a note in there, and I'm also telling you right now that A1-1 isn't the file you're going to use. You're going to use this file, right? So yeah, pointing the little arrows to let you know when it says A1-2, you're going to use this, that sort of thing. So it's really important to kind of look over these little sections here before you start your assignment. And then also I try to give you a what your assignment will look like when it's finished example, so that you know when you've completed it and it's correct. Also a video tutorial here for how to do your assignments. These are from like last year. So yeah, hopefully those will be helpful. You can kind of see my step-by-step tutorials on how to do your assignments. Okay. I know this was a lot. Any questions before we make it back to our slides? So far, we find our course. We can watch the play, pause it, and do our checklist for downloading Adobe Illustrator, disabling the pop-up blockers so that you can access the Cengage textbook, and then where to find your assignments when you want to start those. The only other thing to note for today is, like I said, that pre-assessment. So go ahead, take that. It doesn't count against you. So you're not expected to know anything yet, but it's an assessment that you'll take now, and then you'll take it again later, and you'll show the world, but especially, you know, like Washington State, that we weren't just playing around in here. We actually learned stuff. That's what that is. Okay. And then everything that I just went over is going to be in these slides, which I will attach to that course announcement section. Let me put my pointer on that course announcement section. You'll see all of this in there. But this is just some extra notes for you. Fun. Okay. So now, this is our checklist. I'm hoping we can complete this before Wednesday, because on Wednesday, we're going to start Unit 1. So take a moment, look at this, think about getting started, move on to other things. All right. So that's all I have for you today. I do see I have some questions. Let's see. So yes, you can take both InDesign and Photoshop if they are being offered. It will be me teaching it at the same time. So yeah, go for it. And then as far as certification exams, it depends on your score, to be honest. Like if you take the certification exam for the first time and it's nothing. I'm gonna make you do some stuff before you can take it again. How about that? But if you take it and you score almost passing or whatever, then yeah, definitely we'll take it again. You take tests for fun. Oh, you know what? I might too, and I just don't know that about myself. This is a good, thank you, Hazel, for this reflection. Oh goodness, I don't often go for math tests, but I do like to take tests for fun, I guess. All right, so that's all I have for you today. On Wednesday, hopefully you'll have everything set up. If you are looking in your apps and you don't see Adobe, let me know. It might be because you were just maybe loaded into the course or some other reason, but I'll keep an eye for it. You should see it, I would say, this week. If it's not there yet, it should be there within this week. If it's not, let me know. Okay, hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see y'all on Wednesday.